3 things the universe wants you to know about your love life, your career, and your overall happiness. Let's begin now. Alright Aries, let's ask the tarot what the universe wants you to know right now. Let's see what we can get for you. Here we go. We got the Ace of Wands in reverse and the Page of Wands in reverse. Page of Cups and the Page of Swords in reverse. 3 of Cups in reverse and the 5 of Swords in reverse. So in love, there can be a realization about the fact that a person of interest may not necessarily be the one for you. Ace of Wands in reverse. It is possible that we are talking about a fairly young connection for some of you. Maybe there was the opportunity to see a new person for a while. The Page of Wands is another spark that can fade away pretty quickly, pretty soon. Maybe there is no more curiosity in favor of this new connection. I feel that there was an opportunity. The opportunity can be metaphorically represented by the orange cat that we see in the background in the Page of Wands. It can be the other person, the one that you have been dealing with. I feel that you can be the page, curious about the connection for a while, but at some point not really interested in the opportunity to go deeper. If we think about the chance to get to know this person more and more. The Ace of Wands can even be an energy about potential advances. Maybe you received that type of offer from your person of interest. For some of you, maybe something more happened with this person. It seems that there is no real satisfaction for you. And maybe you thought that the connection could have become something when in reality the interaction gave you a completely different perception. So it seems that the universe right now is suggesting to you that if you have doubts about a fairly young connection, chances are the situation is not really meant for you. It was an opportunity, you kinda accepted to explore it for a little bit, but it is likely that you can let go of this connection sooner rather than later in order to find a better situation down the road in the romantic arena. When it comes to your career, Page of Cups and the Page of Swords in reverse. I feel that communication is not exactly active when it comes to a situation that can be mainly about a creative endeavor. For some of you, whether you work for yourself or you are employed, I like the fact that the Page of Cups is inspired to do something kinda out of the box, but it is not said that other people can understand his vision. And this is what seems to be the case in a scenario like this one. The Page of Swords in reverse can describe someone that maybe you are dealing with, someone that is not interested in the opportunity to go deeper in the understanding of what you may have to offer. What can be your vision about a project? What are your suggestions when it comes to a particular endeavor that can be a true source of passion for you, but it seems that there are missing pieces if we think about this puzzle, and you are dealing with someone that doesn't seem to be receptive right now. So the universe is kind of suggesting that it is okay for you to keep looking for an opportunity that can allow you to express yourself in the most genuine and truthful way, but you also have to be prepared to deal with other people that may not offer you the chance to put on the table all the factors, all the elements that can set you apart from other people. And so you may have to work with that. If you have been waiting for a feedback, an answer, some type of communication when it comes to a project that you have been working on, it is not yet the right time for you to receive that message, that email, that phone call. You may have to be a little bit more patient when it comes to that. This is not necessarily a closed door, but right now there can be the necessity to be patient and keep focusing on the process that can allow you to perfect your craft, to master it, because this can make the difference for you down the road. When it comes to your overall happiness, we got the Three of Cups in reverse and the Five of Swords in reverse. This can be about a couple of scenarios. One that can be related to a challenging, maybe questionable romantic situation. And for others of you, we can think about struggles with a friend. The Three of Cups in reverse, especially because of the influence that comes from the moon in the background, can be about the opportunity to discover something that may not be necessarily pleasant because of the influence that comes also from the Five of Swords. Even if we got the energy in reverse, which is positive, but it means that a situation for you has been influenced by a lot of voices, gossip possibly, and a touch of ego. It is fair to say that maybe when it comes to a fairly young romantic connection, you found out, or you can find out, that there is someone else in the picture, even if you thought that your person of interest was completely focused on the connection with you. So secrets may come to light, and this can be the key in order for you to release the Five of Swords energy. It is positive to see the energy in reverse, because it means that we can let go of a situation that has been a major source of misunderstandings and headaches. It is possible that if we are talking about a third-party situation, you may have the chance to let go of the connection with the person that wasn't fair, wasn't respectful towards you. If we think about some issues, some struggles with a friend, it is possible that this person who you thought was on your side went behind your back. They said something or they did something that unfortunately was not in your favor. You found out about that. You didn't like the overall situation. It seems that there can be another opportunity to call out the situation for good, and this can cause some struggles. Even the light is playing with us right now. So what was not clear can become instead crystal clear all of a sudden, and if you call out a friend that has not been fair towards you, I feel that they can try to cry over spilled milk, but it is possible that you are not going to be bothered by that. So the universe wants you to know that if you have had doubts about a romantic interest or about a friend that kinda became a little bit shady, a little bit mysterious when it comes to the connection with you, chances are something is going on, and there can be the opportunity for you to find out what is it and then make your choice in order to handle the situation the best you can. Alright Aries, this is what I have for you in this mini tarot reading, and I hope we get to chat again soon. Bye! Alright Taurus, let's ask the tarot what the universe wants you to know right now. Let's see what we can get for you. And we are ready. So we got the Word and the Judgment, the Magician in reverse, and the Justice. in reverse, the Nine of Cups in reverse, and the Six of Pentacles in reverse. So in love, there can be a final decision represented by the Judgment. The Judgment can be an energy about potential reconciliations or second chances. There can be the opportunity to have a conversation with an important person in your life, that's for sure, but the universe wants you to know that the opportunity to manifest the word can be the wisest possible thing for you right now. What if you already gave this person a couple of chances and they couldn't make the best out of them? What if the person that you are dealing with can try to paint a picture or play a song that can be completely different from the reality of things? This version of the Judgment is kinda interesting because it brings to my mind the figure of the Pied Piper. I feel that some of you maybe are dealing with someone that can follow that guideline. Not necessarily a pleasant interaction, if you ask me. You have to be careful. It can be wise for you to consider a transformation represented by the butterfly in the Judgment. The transformation, of course, also follows the word completion, coming full circle, end of a chapter, a lot of lessons learned. The Judgment can even be an energy about clarity. So what if now you have all the clarity that you need about struggling romantic connection that may not necessarily be the one for you? What if you decide that you want to drop the burdens? What if you can find relief in the opportunity to let the other person know that the cycle is over for you because you have seen enough and what you saw along the connection can be something that you didn't like overall? It seems that your person of interest can try to hold on to you. They can ask for another chance. I want to say that they are fighting against the odds. I like the smile that we see on the face of the lady in the word card, because it can be the same smile that can show up on your face after a final conversation with this person takes place. There can be a challenging decision, a tough decision maybe for some of you, but you have the courage to make it, and then you can move on from a connection that seems to have expired its course. This can be a reminder from the universe in your favor in order to move on without looking back. When it comes to your career, we got the Magician in reverse and the Justice in reverse. There is something that is going on around you at work that doesn't seem to be a positive situation for you. The Justice can be not only an energy about a give and take that is not fair, because we got the energy in reverse, but at the same time, it can be something about an outcome, a feedback that may not go in your favor. It's like there is a clash. If we pay attention to the white cat and the black cat in the card, it is possible that maybe some of you have been trying to achieve a promotion, or you have been working on a project, kind of waiting for some type of feedback, a verdict, a decision, hopefully in your favor, but it seems that it may not be the case. I am sorry to say that. The Magician in reverse is another energy that is kinda tricky, because if it is about you, we can say that you are not going to get the opportunity to display your talents in order to manifest something positive in your favor down the road. It's like the time is not right for you to do that, but for circumstances that can be out of your control. And we come back to the Justice in reverse. It's like you may have to accept a feedback, a decision that is not going to smile in your favor. But then we can say that around you, there can be another figure that can follow the magician in reverse, so we can think about someone a little bit manipulative, kind of like a trickster, someone that can try to show off. And this person somehow, some way, can get an edge if we think about the opportunity to get the feedback that you have been working on lately. This can be a disappointing outcome for you, and there is no way for me to sugarcoat this combination of energies. It is fair to say, though, that if you realize that this situation at work kinda represents a big disappointment for you, this can offer you the chance to consider a different direction moving forward. Whether we are talking about the opportunity to look for a different job opening, or the opportunity to release a professional partnership that has seen involved a figure that didn't have the best interest of the connection with you at heart right from the start. And so it's kind of like at some point you will get the opportunity to see the true colors of someone that has been around you in the recent past and kinda wore a mask on their face all along. So the universe is basically asking you to pay a ton of attention to the interactions around you at work, because there can be some surprise that may not necessarily be satisfying, but at the same time can become decisive in order for you to consider a different path. When it comes to your overall happiness instead, we got the Nine of Cups in reverse and the Six of Pentacles in reverse. This is another scenario that kind of follows the one that we described about your career. It seems that there has been an interaction in your life that we cannot consider as a fair one, as a respectful one. The Six of Pentacles in reverse kind of follows the Justice in reverse. No equal give and take between you and another person, or maybe a group of people that can be a relevant one in your life. And it seems that you tried your best to show up positively when it comes to this particular interaction, but you couldn't get an equal give and take, and the situation now is taking a toll on you. And I say that because of the Nine of Cups in reverse. The Nine of Cups usually is an energy about a wish granted. We cannot say that it is the case. There is no relief for you in this situation, and that's why the universe is basically asking you to take a good look at the situation in order to read the people around you at the 100%. If you thought that this interaction maybe was or could have been a positive one for you, now there can be a change of mind, because it's kind of like you can see the connection like it is built on the sand. And so there are no strong foundations in favor of it. If you think about relief, it is possible that you can picture it in your mind if you embrace the decision to let go of this person or of this group of people, at least for a while, in order to let the situation be and then re-evaluate it so that you can figure out if it is possible to do things in a more respectful and better way down the road. But right now, it seems that the universe is suggesting to you that it can be wise to pull back from a person or a group of people that kind of took advantage of you in the recent past. So maybe a new set of boundaries can be necessary from now on. Alright, Taurus, this is what I have for you in this mini tarot reading, and I hope we get to chat again soon. Bye! Alright, Gemini, let's ask the tarot what the universe wants you to know right now. Let's see what we can get for you. And we are ready. So we got the Star upright and the Ace of Cups in reverse. Quite a contrast. Then Queen of Cups in reverse and the Death card. Page of Wands in reverse, and the Two of Swords. So in love, we have quite a contrast represented by the Ace of Cups in reverse and the Star. The Star is a wish granted, but the Ace of Cups in reverse may not necessarily be in favor of a new beginning. I feel that this can be about an apology, to be honest with you, meaning that we are talking about an ongoing connection. I feel that something happened. Now there can be someone that can try to bring an offer of peace to the table, but this offer can be turned down. I feel that you can be the one that makes this decision. The reasons can be different, but I am drawn to pay attention to the pot that seems to be boiling in the Ace of Cups card. We can think about a challenging connection, a troubled connection in the recent past. It is possible that interferences played a negative role for the situation. We can even think about betrayals, unfortunately for some of you. The growth of the connection stopped being manifested because of the behaviors that your person of interest contributed to manifest against this connection. It is possible that you found out something kinda out of the blue because you trusted your gut, your instinct, your intuition. And now, because of that, there can be clarity about the fact that you cannot find a wish granted in the opportunity to reconcile with someone that betrayed you and broke a vow of trust, honesty, and loyalty that damaged this connection for good. That's why, if the other person says to you that the two of you can find a way to heal the connection, you may not believe it. So it seems that you will keep your cool, you will not fall for arguments, altercations, discussions, but there can be, at the same time, some new boundaries that you can manifest in order to give yourself the chance to move on from a connection with someone that you thought could have been a reliable person in your life, but kinda showed to you that they are built in the opposite way, and this can seal the fate of this connection. It can be for the better, despite how challenging the final decision can be for those of you that can resonate. When it comes to your career, we got the Queen of Cups in reverse and the Death card. It seems that the universe is suggesting to you that if you are not passionate anymore about a professional endeavor or a particular job, Queen of Cups in reverse, it can be time for you to consider the opportunity to end the cycle. The Queen of Cups in this version is pregnant, and we can say that she has a lot to offer. I feel that you have invested a ton of energies in favor of your current occupation, whatever it may be, employed or self-employed, and you had high expectations. Unfortunately, it is possible that external factors, external circumstances didn't play in your favor, and now there can be an increasing realization, an increasing level of clarity about the fact that the door that you thought was open for you when it comes to a progression in your current occupation can be closed instead. So if we think about also the opportunity for self-growth, professionally speaking, that chance may be prevented. So now you are going to face a crossroads, and the universe is basically saying to you that the crossroads cannot be avoided. We kind of see the Ace of Swords involved in this version of the Death card. Truth, clarity, honesty, a big decision. It seems that if you find the courage to look at the situation for what it truly is, you can come up with a final conclusion about it, a final conclusion that can push you towards the chance to cut ties with this situation, and that decision can ignite a transition, a transformation that can make you notice, that can allow you to see that there can be another door slightly open. It's a different door, it's a different opportunity basically, with different nuances compared to the situation that has seen you involved so far. It can be better. There is a bright light that we can see behind the door. The universe is basically asking you to consider the chance to find a different path. And the death card is a process that starts from within, so this can be an encouragement for you, because maybe you have had doubts about the overall situation for a while now. If that's the case, your intuition has been trying to tell you something. If you pay attention to it, the decision that you may have to make can become easier than it seems, even all of a sudden. When it comes to your overall happiness, we got the Page of Wands in reverse and the Two of Swords. I feel that this combination of energies can describe a scenario with a person of interest, maybe in the romantic arena, maybe a new friend, maybe someone that you got the chance to meet recently. There was curiosity about the connection. The curiosity for me in the Page of Wands is represented by the orange cat that we see in the background. I feel that you gave this connection a chance. You had some expectations about it. Now it is possible that you may not like what you see. It's also possible that the situation didn't evolve like you thought it was possible for it to evolve. This is another factor that we can associate to the lizard that we see in the card. So if you are the page, metaphorically speaking, it is possible that you can lose interest in this particular new person. If that's the case, even if they can try to tempt you to keep this connection alive, because maybe they want you to follow their lead down a path that can be kind of questionable from your perspective, the universe is asking you to make a choice. Two of Swords. It can be time for you to decide what you want to do about this new connection. I find interesting that the lady is blindfolded in the Two of Swords. You have to pay attention to the factors that can be different from what the other person can say to you. Because it's like the reality of things may not be exactly aligned with the vision that the other person can try to paint right in front of you, like a beautiful picture. The situation can be quite different. You have to make a choice. If we think about the classic version of the Two of Swords, the posture of the lady is closed off. I feel that it can be the case even in a situation like this one. You can close yourself because maybe you do not like the situation anymore, or you do not like it enough in order to keep it alive. You have the right to make this decision. Maybe it was an opportunity, maybe it was a spark of curiosity, maybe it lasted the time that it was necessary to last. But it seems that now you can consider a different path, and this can still be for the better for you. The most important thing is the one about the necessity to make a decision as soon as possible. This can be the key. This can be what the universe wants you to know right now about this fairly young interaction that maybe is not really here to stay. Alright, Gemini, this is what I have for you in this mini tarot reading, and I hope we get to chat again soon. Bye! Alright, Cancer, let's ask the tarot what the universe wants you to know right now. Let's see what we can get for you. And we are ready. So we got the Knight of Swords in reverse and the Temperance. we got the Justice and the Star, the King of Wands in reverse, and the Four of Wands in reverse. So in love, we got an interesting combination. Knight of Swords in reverse and the Temperance. It is possible that there can be the opportunity to heal a connection. A connection challenged by some altercations, some discussions in the recent past. I do not want to fight anymore. This can be positive, but then we need the Temperance. And the universe is basically saying to you that you have to pay attention if it is possible for you and your person of interest to manifest the Temperance energy as an equal give and take in favor of your connection. Because I want to say that you did turn a blind eye on some flaws or issues of this connection, but your person kinda took advantage of that, and that's why maybe the fights, the arguments, and the altercations took place. I like the fact that the universe is basically saying to you that you have to count to 10 before you speak, even if there can be some triggers still involved in the connection, because this can be the only key in order to save the situation and offer to the connection the chance to bounce back from a rut. That being said, your person of interest will have to show up properly and maturely in order to work things out with you in the best possible interest of your connection. This is going to be a challenging balancing act if we look at the pose, the yoga pose almost, of the Lady in the Temperance. I feel that this can be the last opportunity for this connection to thrive and be successful, and you are going to pay a ton of attention to the behaviors of your person of interest. It is fair to say that the connection is important for you, but what you have seen so far convinced you to raise your level of awareness and attention about the things that you do not like. So it is possible that your person will get another chance. I want to repeat myself, the last chance to make things work, and then the two of you will go from there in order to see if this connection has what it takes to stand in the romantic arena. When it comes to your career, another interesting combination, Justice and the Star, both upright. Some of you can get lucky, and the universe wants to offer you a powerful reminder. It is possible that you are waiting for a feedback, a verdict, a decision when it comes to a professional endeavor that can be considered extremely important for you. You have been waiting, maybe you faced also competition. It seems that you have high chances to be victorious. Your talents have been seen, and you can get the recognition that you deserve. This can be about a promotion. For some of you, it can be about a raise, an income that can get a boost all of a sudden, but it is not something that happens by chance. It is the result of a process that you manifested in the right way, in the most respectful way, in the most fair way, even if we think about other people involved in the process. And if you faced competition and maybe some competitors were not fair or respectful towards you, the Justice is going to smile in your favor. The scales are going to be balanced, and you're about to get a wish. All for you. There is also hope if we think about the Star, but I want to say that there is grace for you in this professional situation. You are going to win, and you are not going to show off. You will win gracefully, and chances are, if we think about a promotion, it's possible that you will get the opportunity to give back if we think about someone that can lead by example, this is remarkable. Kudos to you, congratulations. The universe wants to give you credit for your effort and hard work. This can be quite a satisfaction for you, well deserved. When it comes to your overall happiness, we got the King of Wands in reverse and the Four of Wands in reverse. It seems a romantic scenario for some of you. I feel that if the Four of Wands is the energy of a powerful partnership, or let's say the opportunity to manifest into reality a meaningful connection even on a soul level, because there is the opportunity to manifest a common vision together with a special person. Unfortunately, it seems that this opportunity may be off the table because some of you are dealing with a person that is looking at the connection with you from a different standpoint, a different point of view. The King of Wands in reverse describes someone that is not willing to take action. Now, I am talking in general and I am referring to the person that you are dealing with, but we can also consider a mirror type of scenario when it comes to those of you that maybe have been seeing someone lately and you got the chance to get to know this person more and more, and something that they did or they said didn't sit well with you, and maybe they offered you the opportunity to take the connection to the next level, but you do not feel it. If that's the case, if you do not feel it, you cannot fake it, and that's why the King of Wands shows up in reverse. So basically the universe is saying to you that if you realize that another person is not all in favor of a serious relationship with you, this is all that you need to know about the future of the connection. It doesn't have what it takes to stand, and it is better for you to lay down all the cards on the table in order to then make a final decision about the connection. For others of you, instead, if another person offers you the chance to move your connection forward, maybe even when it comes to a higher level of commitment, but you do not see it, you do not feel it, it can be wiser for you to point out to the other person why you do not want to move the connection forward, and then as soon as you cleared the air, pull back from the connection, because if you do not feel comfortable with the opportunity to move a connection forward, there is no reason for you to keep the situation alive, kinda by running the risk to fuel misunderstandings, incomprehensions, and false hopes. So this combination of energies, in any case, seems to speak to those of you that may get the chance to figure out, realize that a romantic interest that showed up in your life in the recent past may not have what it takes to be considered a staple in your life for the years to come. And if you ask me, it is always better to achieve this type of realization sooner rather than later, because then we can act accordingly and we can save us a lot of struggles and problems. Alright, Cancer, this is what I have for you in this mini tarot reading, and I hope we get to chat again soon. Bye! Alright, Leo, let's ask the tarot what the universe wants you to know right now. Let's see what we can get for you. And we are ready. So we got the King of Swords and the Ten of Cups, the Ace of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles, the Eight of Cups in reverse, and the Lovers. My goodness, Leo, powerful energies for you. So in love, there can be an important conversation for you. one that you are going to like deeply, profoundly. You are going to feel it, and your special person will feel it as well. I love the Ten of Cups, family picture, ultimate emotional fulfillment. I feel that some of you will get the chance to sit down at the table with a special person in your life in order to find together a way to move forward your connection in order for it to become a staple in your life, the type of partnership that you have been wanting to manifest into reality. You and your person share the same vision, and this is going to make all the difference in your favor. So there is an open window in favor of the opportunity to get married, to have a baby, to build a home together, you know. Maybe you will get the chance to buy a house as well. We are talking about big steps for you, and there is a lot that you and your person will have to talk about, a lot of details. This can even be a process that can allow you and your person to display the wisdom, the knowledge, the maturity that you increased along your journey, even along your journey together, because it is fair to say that the two of you know each other extremely well. This can be a power couple. It's beautiful to see. And another thing that I like, if we follow the King of Swords, is the level of clarity, honesty, truth, and reciprocal support. There is reciprocal encouragement that the two of you have been granting in favor of each other for quite some time now. And so there is the chance to hold hands together in order to bring this connection to the next level. What a satisfaction for you, well deserved, for you and your person. So this is quite a reminder coming from the universe for you. It is time. When it comes to your career, other big news for you. Ace of Pentacles, King of Pentacles. Some of you are getting a promotion. Some of you are completing a project that can offer you a ton of stability. And now I am getting excited also. I am getting excited for you because it seems that you have been working a lot to achieve this result, and the result can come your way, I want to say unexpectedly, maybe only because of the fact that the news can come from someone around you, and it can almost be a surprise for you. But this is not something that happens by chance. You put a lot of effort in favor of this situation, in favor of this project, this job. I love the Ace of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles. We are talking about a new cornerstone, the Ace of Pentacles, minor arcana for the Sun, so we can think about happiness, but also inner happiness for me. So you are going to enjoy every moment. You kinda enjoyed every moment about the process, and now the universe wants you to know that your hard work, your effort is going to be rewarded big time. I find interesting the pie that we see, the cake that we see in the King of Pentacles. You will have a ton of reasons to celebrate, that's for sure, but then there can be some type of concept according to your job that can be about the opportunity to make more pie in order to fuel this process that is all in favor an incredibly high level of abundance for you. And I want to say that if you started a process to begin a new path, a new professional path, especially if you are working for yourself, maybe you wanted to start a business, you can get some type of approval, you can get money that can help you in the manifestation of your vision, your projects. And the King of Pentacles is also an energy about someone that can find themselves in an extremely reliable, strong position. Also, if we think about the opportunity to take care of important people. And this is something that you will get the chance to do. So this is amazing. We are talking about financial freedom for you. You worked for it. The universe wants you to know right now that it is better for you to get ready because it is coming. What you wanted, it's coming. And it will make all the difference for you moving forward. When it comes to your overall happiness, we got the Eight of Cups and the Lovers. I am curious about the Eight of Cups because we got the energy in reverse. So I would like to say two things. One can be about the fact that it is not yet the right time to give up an important connection. But that being said, there is a slightly different nuance that I want to share with you, and it's about the return of someone important in your life. It is possible that you and an important person took a break from each other for whatever reason. I will not get into that. I do not feel that we are talking about betrayals or broken trust. This one seems to be a situation about two people that tried to manifest a romantic connection that can even be a soul-to-soul connection, but it was not possible for the two of you. It's like the time was not right, but it was part of your soul's journey. Your journey and the other person's one. Now, the person that pulled back for whatever reason can show up again. I want to say that it can be the person that you have been dealing with, but for others of you, it can be about you. Maybe you can decide that you want to reconnect with an important person in your life. It's meant to be, the Lovers. In a situation like this one, 100%. It's a crossroads, so it's a major turning point. If we think about this connection between you and the other person, but at the same time, it's a pivotal moment for your life and the life of the other person. There is the opportunity to reinforce an agreement which may very well be decisive and irreplaceable on a soul level. So this can be a soulmate connection for some of you, if not more. I am thinking about a twin flames connection. In any case, without focusing too much on the labels, what matters the most is that if something didn't work in favor of this connection in the past, things can change now, and the universe is basically saying to you that you better be ready, because when you and the other person reconnect, the relationship can take off out of the blue almost, because there is going to be the chance to make an important decision together. I feel that you and the other person now can find each other ready, both ready to give this connection a real chance. This can be for the better. So what was not available in the past can suddenly be a beautiful reality for you and the other person. And it seems that you will get the chance to enjoy it. Alright, Leo, this is what I have for you in this mini tarot reading, and I hope we get to chat again soon. Bye! Alright, Virgo, let's ask the tarot what the universe wants you to know right now. Let's see what we can get for you. And we are ready. So we got the Page of Pentacles and the Seven of Wands. We got the Judgment and the Five of Swords, the Five of Wands in reverse, and the Five of Cups in reverse. So in love, there can be the opportunity for you to decide what you want to do about a romantic connection that has been challenged and influenced by a meaningful level of stubbornness, maybe coming from the person that you have been dealing with. It seems that other people may also have opinions about this connection that you have been sharing with this particular person, because maybe someone told you that the situation doesn't really seem to be the best possible one for you. Now, it is possible that maybe you tried to explain to this person or these people that the connection still is important for you, but at the same time, you started to pay attention to something in this connection, and maybe there has been a realization about the fact that the things that other people told you maybe are kinda true. And so now you are starting to look at the connection with your special person from a different perspective. I feel that the person that you are dealing with may not be willing to give up the connection with you, but the fate of the connection is unsure. We have clouds in the background of the Page of Pentacles. The Page of Pentacles for me is the most diligent between the 4 pages. It's about the necessity for you to do your homework about this connection. You may have to draw a line in the sand when it comes to the boundaries involved in the situation and the give and take between you and your person of interest. There is going to be a choice, there is going to be a decision. The coin flip that we see in the Page of Pentacles may not necessarily smile in favor of your person of interest, because if you realize that what other people told you is true and your person kinda wants the connection with you only on their terms, this may not sit well with you moving forward. And so there can be, what I want to say, can become a clash between you and the other person. If you realize that there is a roadblock, which is a factor for me if we follow the 7 Wands, in front of your connection in order for it to improve and move forward more successfully, I feel that there can be even the decision to take a break from the other person. But in a scenario like this one, the universe seems to suggest that if there is going to be a break, it may not necessarily be a temporary one. It can suddenly become a permanent one, but this can still be for the better for you, because this connection seems to be kind of questionable, and maybe there have been several factors not necessarily in favor of the opportunity for this connection to stand in the long run. When it comes to your career, Judgment and the 5 of Swords, we have another final decision represented by the Judgment. The issue comes from the 5 of Swords. For me, it's an ego-driven energy. It's like dealing with someone that wants to have the last word only for the pleasure to do so, when in reality it doesn't really matter. If we think about competition at work, I feel that someone tried consciously to create problems to you and to the people around you. It is also possible that there was a blame game at work, and maybe you found yourself involved in this situation and kinda in a difficult position, in a difficult spot. Now, I am looking at the 2 ladies on the right in the card. One is kinda crying, I feel, because of something that the lady in violet said or did. And then there is this other lady that is concerned with the overall situation and kinda struggles to believe what's going on. I feel that you can be this lady and you kinda feel sorry for what someone did to the disadvantage of another person that can be close to you at work. For others of you in a more challenging position, we can even say that you can be the lady in red, so the one tested, challenged by the actions of, let's say, the figure in violet, the one that took advantage of the situation without being fair or respectful. I feel that things can come to light all of a sudden. It's possible that someone in charge can realize what's going on. The book is open, we see it on the ground in the card. Then clarity kicks in because of the judgment. We can say two things. Either the unfair person is going to be put in their place, and so they will lose the benefits that they thought was possible for them to achieve thanks to their unfair behaviors. Or we can even say that some of you can decide to move on from this job because at the end of the day, you do not like the alchemy, you do not like the team effort, you do not like the overall situation, maybe there is too much gossip, maybe there is too much nonsense or shenanigans of some sort. The judgment seems to be the opportunity to accept the fact that things are going to be different moving forward, either because the unfair person will get handled and maybe even removed from the situation, or because you can make the decision to move on in order to find something better. If the judgment sometimes is about second chances, I do not feel that it is the case. I do not feel that the person that has been unfair towards you or towards someone close to you at work will get the opportunity to make things right. Either they are going to get removed, or you are going to look for and find a different job, and this can be for the better in the two scenarios. When it comes to your overall happiness instead, we got the 5 of Wands in reverse and the 5 of Cups in reverse. 2 5s, so we can think about struggles, challenges, touch of turmoil. It's positive to see the energy in reverse, if you ask me. The universe wants you to know that if you have been challenged by a situation that has seen involved some wrongs did to you kinda unfairly, it's time for you to move on from the situation. Now, we can think about a romantic scenario for some of you. If that's the case, maybe betrayals played a role in the situation, and you felt like a connection that you thought was a real chance for you suddenly became a missed opportunity. Gossip maybe was a factor as well because of the 5 of Wands. It seems that you can suddenly realize that it is better for you to move on from this situation because at the end of the day, it is not positive for you, and the sooner you release it, the sooner you will put yourself in the best possible position to find something better. Then we can even say that maybe for others of you, a situation with a friend or a so-called friend kinda went ugly at some point because someone talked behind the back of a friend. I feel that you found yourself, or you can find yourself, on the losing side of this agreement, this situation. A lot of voices, rumors, because of the boiling pot that we see in the 5 of Wands. A lot of opinions coming from multiple people, a lot of confusion. You can get tired of the situation. You can be understandably disappointed by the overall alchemy of the connection with someone that you thought was a friend of yours, but in reality maybe had a different agenda. And the universe wants you to know that if you realize that a connection is not positive for you because it takes a toll on your everyday life, maybe that person involved in the connection doesn't belong in your life anymore. I can understand that maybe there were roots in the past for this connection, but unfortunately it seems that unfair behaviors have been manifested. You didn't like those behaviors. Now the universe is asking you to do what's best for you. If it means that you have to cut ties with a particular person in the two scenarios that we have described, so be it, because this can allow you to cleanse the energies and start fresh, start new, and you will get other opportunities to encounter people that can show to you a more respectful, fair, and positive approach in order to make a connection a true plus in your life. This one, the one described by these two energies, cannot be considered like that anymore. Alright Virgo, this is what I have for you in this mini tarot reading, and I hope we get to chat again soon. Bye! Alright Libra, let's ask the tarot what the universe wants you to know right now. Let's see what we can get for you. And we are ready. So we got the Strength card and the Ten of Cups, the Six of Cups in reverse, and the Two of Wands, the Six of Pentacles, and the Devil. Alright Libra, in love, the universe is inviting you to be patient when it comes to your romantic connection right now. It's possible that there have been challenges in the recent past. I am looking at the tornado that we see in the background of the Strength card, the one that the lady is trying to keep at bay. This can be about your person or maybe about external factors that can even be related to family members. It's possible that this connection can be one that is not exactly seen positively by other people in your life, and this has been a source of turmoil for you and for your person, I want to say. It seems also that your connection is genuine and the two of you truly want to work things out, and you kinda tried your best to go with the flow in order to protect your connection. It's gonna be necessary a huge amount of effort coming from you and coming from your person. And if they are the one that for some reason has been involved in situations that contributed to create confusion and struggles for your connection, you will have to be patient with them, but at the same time ask them to put a lot of effort in favor of the opportunity to fix those circumstances so that they are not going to be an obstacle for this connection moving forward. This is going to be decisive. Otherwise, there can be the risk in the two scenarios that we kinda described, one about family members that maybe do not approve this connection, and the other one about external factors that can see your person involved. The risk that this connection can face if the right mindset is not manifested by the two of you is that the tornado that we see in the background of the Strength card can come closer and closer to the connection, and so even the lovely vibe that we can see, that we can recognize in the Ten of Cups, can be put in jeopardy. And so this is something that you and your person will have to take into account with a great deal of attention. This one from the universe can be a warning, and so it will be up to you to evaluate it in the most productive fashion in order to preserve the stability of this connection. If it is important for you, you will have to work in order to defend it and allow it to thrive. When it comes to your career, we got the Six of Cups in reverse and the Two of Wands, which is a crossroads, a soulful decision for me. There is the word in the card, potential completion when it comes to a professional situation that seems to have expired its course. The main point that the universe wants you to know right now comes down to the Six of Cups in reverse, which is not in favor of a genuine exchange with those around you at work. I also want to say that this scenario describes the fact that in the workplace, you cannot say that there are friends around you. It's possible that maybe you work in a corporate environment and there is a constant competition in order to achieve the same goal, or maybe you work for yourself and you have been facing competition by people that maybe can offer the same service that you can offer. So a transformation is necessary if we pay attention to the lizard in the Two of Wands. It's possible that if we look at the tower that we see in the Two of Wands, you put a lot of effort in order to build your position, but there is something that right now may not smile in your favor. So if you realize that there is no equal give and take between you and the people that have been working close to you, there is going to be an evaluation, and the universe wants you to fulfill that type of introspection in order to decide if you can still find satisfaction in a situation like this one, or if in order to find it, you may have to consider a change. This situation has been brewing for quite some time, and it is possible that some of you can be a little bit torn between the decision to stay in the current position or the opportunity to look for something else, something different, something new. I am leaning towards the fact that because of the influence that comes from the world, some of you may almost try to convince yourself that it can be time for you to find a better situation, especially if we think about the potential exchanges with those that can be called to work closely with you. Because if we do not like the environment, if we realize that the environment is not positive, or maybe kind of like a toxic one, even the performances can suffer because of that. And so when it comes to your career, the universe is truly inviting you to consider the potential options that can be available for you right now. Because if you realize that you can find something better, it can be time for you to go for that new path. When it comes to your overall happiness, we got the Six of Pentacles and the Devil. This is a tricky combination of energies, if you ask me, because it seems that in your life, there can be an interaction with someone that loves to be the center of the attention. This can be true in a romantic scenario for some of you. For others of you, it can be a situation with a friend or someone that you know, even because of work. The problem seems to be that this person can constantly try to take advantage of you. And I say that because of the Devil, which is a cycle and an energy about excesses, and because of the fact that the Six of Pentacles for me is an exchange that may not necessarily be balanced, respectful, and fair enough, and for that reason can ignite a one-man up, one-man down dynamic. I feel that some of you can be encouraged by the universe to pay attention to the interactions that can unfold in your everyday life, because there can be high chances to recognize a pattern like this one as something that has been taking a toll on you. And it is also possible that the person that has been manifesting this pattern to your own detriment can be someone with charming ways, someone that can make you a ton of compliments, but those gestures are never genuine. There is always a hidden agenda. There is always a second intention behind the actions of this person. It is possible that you tried to see the best in this particular situation and interaction, but now there can be multiple factors, multiple circumstances that can represent for you a reason for concerns. It's like you can get worried by the repetition that this pattern can constantly manifest right in front of you. The devil is a cycle that keeps unfolding until at least one of the people involved in it gets the pattern right and breaks free from this stuck situation, especially if it is to their disadvantage. This is what you are called to do. The universe is asking loudly for your complete and full attention because there has been in your life an interaction with a person that cannot be considered a positive figure for you. And it can be time to re-evaluate this connection and, if it is necessary, even consider the opportunity to release it. Alright Libra, this is what I have for you in this mini tarot reading, and I hope we get to chat again soon. Bye! Alright Scorpio, let's ask the tarot what the universe wants you to know right now. Let's see what we can get for you. And we are ready. So we got the Devil and the Strength card in reverse. We got the Star and the Fool. We got the Sun in reverse and the Ace of Wands. Interesting combinations for you. In love, Scorpio, there is a cycle that is unfolding right in front of you. Devil energy. The fact that we got the Strength card in reverse seems to describe almost a warning from the universe for you. The universe wants to highlight that a connection in the romantic arena is not exactly a positive situation for you. So it is possible that you have been dealing with a person of interest that may not have a positive influence in your life. For some reason, you still feel bound to this person. It's like you cannot put yourself in the position to let go of the connection. The Strength card for me is one of the best possible energies to handle the Devil one. We got the energy in reverse. It seems that this person has a hold on you right now. And the universe is screaming at you in order for you to realize that you have to take your power back, because this connection can drain a lot of energies. And this is not positive. I want to say that trust is not a factor that can bless this connection. Trust is a major key element for me when it comes to the Strength card. This can be a physical connection, mainly, a tone of attraction, chemistry, passion, alright. The other person has been playing on that factor. I feel that you were interested in this person, you gave them a chance, but they took full control of the connection. Now the situation cannot be described as a positive one. A lot of fights and arguments can be involved as well. And this is not exactly good, especially if we pay attention to the tornado that we see in the background in the Strength card. It's like the other person is the eye of the tornado, the eye of the storm, and they can be a catalyst for problems. So this is going to be a major test for you, because I can understand that the connection may be as being a source of interest for you, but this one doesn't seem to be a healthy situation. It can even be a borderline abusive type of connection, so you will have to be careful if you resonate with that specific scenario. The universe wants you to remember that you deserve to be respected and treated fairly. And if you realize that the person that you have been dealing with in the recent past cannot do that, this is all that you need to know about the connection. And the sooner you find the courage to release it, the better it can be for you. When it comes to your career, we got the Star and the Fool. This is all in favor of a new beginning. Professionally speaking, you can get lucky. The Star can be about a wish granted. It is possible that you can receive news. You can receive news, maybe you have been waiting to receive communication. If we think about a job opening, some kind of approval that you have been waiting for. This can be about a new project, maybe a new position, a new job, a promotion for others of you. What I find encouraging is the fact that the Star is an energy about clarity, hope, high expectations, the opportunity to be seen, recognized, and appreciated. And this process can also allow you to leave behind, release the clouds that we see in the background of the Fool, clouds that can be associated to certain struggles that you had to endure in the recent past, struggles about people that have been around you and maybe they represented a source of distractions and turmoil. I feel that the new beginning that is approaching for you is going to offer you not only relief but also excitement. This can be a well-deserved victory for you because the positive result that can come your way is something that is not going to happen by chance. It's the result of your hard work and effort. And the universe is basically saying to you that you will have all the reasons to celebrate because you did the right things. And now it's almost the time for you to reward yourself. This is what I want to say. There can be travel available for you. You can change location. But overall, this can be quite a progression for you. And if you're still waiting for some type of feedback about a pivotal change in your professional scenario, you can get it. It can be just a matter of time, but news are on their way to you and you will have the opportunity to be extremely happy about them. When it comes to your overall happiness, we got the Sun in reverse and the Ace of Wands. The Sun, for me, is an urge about inner happiness indeed, the courage and the clarity to understand where our inner happiness truly is and how it can be possible to pursue it and amplify it more and more along the journey. We got the energy in reverse, so this one seems to be a situation that is not exactly clear to you right now. The Ace of Wands can be about two things, either a spark of interest, a spark of passion, if we think about a romantic situation, or a new professional idea, especially if you are involved in some creative endeavor. The universe is trying to tell you that you have to pay a ton of attention to how this interaction is unfolding right in front of you, because something can be different from how it seems to be. If we think about the Sun in reverse, we can also think about the Moon, for me. And we can think about secrets, things that are kept hidden, things that are different from how they seem to be. The saying that comes to my mind right now is this one: it's too good to be true. And it is possible that a sparkling opportunity caught your attention, you decided to focus yourself on it more and more, but there are high chances that the situation is hiding something, and as soon as you find out what is it that something, you may change your mind about the overall situation, because it is possible that you are not going to like it. So this one seems to be another warning for you, because it's like a romantic interaction is not exactly the one that you think it is right now. It is also possible that there can be someone else in the picture, but you are not aware of it just yet. And if we think about a professional situation, there can be a ton of promises when it comes to instant gratification or immediate success. And those promises are not backed up by clear explanations, clear motivations, clear reasons, and smoke screens can be used in order to charm you and convince you to, let's say, sign up for something or put your effort in favor of a task that not necessarily can represent a source of gratification and rewards for you down the road. A ton of attention is necessary, and it can be possible for you to evaluate a change of direction, because what has caught your attention in the recent past may suddenly turn out to be almost a distraction from other endeavors that instead can be more tangible, more real, and more rewarding for you in the long run. So the universe wants you to be mindful of that. Alright, Scorpio, this is what I have for you in this mini tarot reading, and I hope we get to chat again soon. Bye! Alright, Sagittarius, let's ask the tarot what the universe wants you to know right now. Let's see what we can get for you. And we are ready. So we got the Nine of Cups in reverse and the Knight of Swords in reverse. We got the Ace of Wands and the Two of Pentacles in reverse, the Four of Swords in reverse, and the Three of Swords in reverse. Alright, so in love, it seems that the universe wants you to know that if you realized that a connection was challenged by arguments, altercations, discussions, and a lot of misunderstandings, it can be time for you to call it off. It's like when a person realizes that they are tired of waiting for improvements, and at the same time they are tired of fighting about the same old things over and over, the same old pattern, the same old triggers, the same old discussions. Because of that, there has been no real relief for you in this connection. And even if you thought in the beginning that this opportunity was or could have been a positive one for you, now we can say that you already changed your perspective about the connection, and it is almost as if you realized that it was built on the sand. So no strong foundations, especially for one reason. Maybe it is difficult for you to cooperate with your person of interest. Maybe the two of you cannot find common grounds in order to allow this connection to overcome the struggles that played a role against it in the recent past. If we pay attention to the Nine of Cups in reverse, not only we can say that there is no wish granted for you in this connection, unfortunately, but we can also say that if we follow this particular version in which the young lady is basically enjoying a moment of peace for herself, there is no peace for you in this connection, and the opportunity to think that things can improve just like that in the foreseeable future can almost be an exercise in daydreaming. It's like being naive, and I feel that you have no intentions whatsoever to do that, and the universe is backing up this realization for you. If you can say that every interaction with your person of interest is challenged by misunderstandings and discussions, the connection has already reached a peak, and it may not be possible for the two of you to find a compromise that can be satisfying for you and for your person. If that's the case, the connection is already over. It can be merely necessary to say the words out loud. I am leaning towards the fact that you are going to be the one that will make that decision, and at the same time you will display your most powerful maturity in order to avoid whatever trigger that the other person can try to ignite in order to keep you stuck in a cycle that right now is not good for you anymore. When it comes to your career, we got the Ace of Wands and the Two of Pentacles in reverse. It seems that you can expect to receive some positive news about a process that was kind of stuck in the recent past because of the Two of Pentacles. Luckily for you, we got the energy in reverse, and I kind of like the jump of the black cat in the card because it seems to be something like divine intervention for you. You can get some type of approval, you can get a feedback, you can receive some news about a decision that sees you involved. If we think about a creative endeavor, I love the Ace of Wands for you, especially if you work for yourself, because this one is a very creative energy. So there can be the opportunity for you to display your talents in order for them to be seen, recognized, and appreciated. It is also possible that you can receive news about a decision that someone else had to make about what you can do and about a professional endeavor that can see you involved. But for others of you, it is possible that you are going to make a decision about an offer that was on the table for you. Maybe you took some time in order to think about it. You wanted to pay attention to every little detail. Good for you, good strategy. And now the universe is basically encouraging you to make the best possible decision in order to put yourself in the position to display your talents in the most productive way. This is not a matter of finances and money, meaning that some of you may even get the chance to accept an offer, a job, a project, an opportunity that at first may be less remunerative for you than something else. But you don't have to worry because your talents are going to be appreciated and rewarded down the road because you are not afraid to show up. And this is the key factor. What matters the most is the fact that a cycle that was kind of stuck for a while is going to change to your advantage, and you will have the opportunity to be center of the stage in order to let other people see what you can do. And you can do a lot of things in an amazingly talented way, and you will have the chance to get the rewards that you deserve moving forward. When it comes to your overall happiness, we got the Four of Swords in reverse and the Three of Swords in reverse. I feel that this is mainly a romantic scenario because of the influence that comes from the Three of Swords. There can be a conversation. There can be a conversation that can see you involved. Hopefully, I want to say, in a safe environment, like a public space, because it is possible that there can be the opportunity to talk with a person that put you through a lot because of the Three of Swords and because of the journal that we see in the card. So a lot of memories when it comes to this connection, a lot of challenges as well, a lot of regrets, maybe coming from you, maybe coming from the other person. What matters the most in a scenario like this one seems to be that this connection cannot be saved. It's not possible to erase the past. It is not possible to erase what happened between you and this challenging romantic interest, let's say. But at the same time, the conversation can offer you the opportunity to put a closing point on this connection. This situation was not only challenging for you, but it was also a stagnant cycle for you because of the cobwebs that we see in the Four of Swords. I feel that you got tired of the connection. It was too heavy, too challenging, maybe too triggering as well. You took some time off from this person and you kind of realized, or you are realizing, that you can be better off without them. Now, it is possible that this person doesn't really want to give up the connection. They do not want to let go of you. They will have to. They will have to, because the universe wants to highlight the fact that you can be better off without this person. And if it is necessary for you to make the point clear with just a few words, so be it. But another important thing is that you will have to try your best to avoid to get caught up in the same old cycle with this person. There is the chance for you to speak up for yourself in order to release, overcome the Three of Swords energy. It is positive to see the Three of Swords in reverse because it means for me that we can truly let go of a difficult chapter of the journey. And this is what the universe wants you to consider right now. I feel that this can be a powerful confirmation for those of you that can resonate with a romantic connection that has been mainly a source of troubles for you rather than pleasures and satisfactions. It's time for you to make a final decision about it and move on from the situation so that you can make space in your life in order to welcome something new, something better for you. Alright, Sagittarius, this is what I have for you in this mini tarot reading, and I hope we get to chat again soon. Bye! Alright, Capricorn, let's ask the tarot what the universe wants you to know right now. Let's see what we can get for you. And we are ready. So we got the Six of Pentacles and the Hierophant in reverse. We got the Moon and the World. We got the Lovers in reverse and the Empress. So in love, Capricorn, the universe wants you to know that there is a pattern involved in the connection that you have been sharing with your person of interest that doesn't seem to be in favor of the opportunity to take this connection to a higher level of commitment. I am looking at the Hierophant in reverse, and it seems that you have been dealing with a person that has been quite self-centered. They enjoyed the connection with you 100%, but only because so far they got what they wanted on their terms. So are you cool with that? Are you okay with that? Tell me about it. the Six of Pentacles for me should be a right and fair exchange in order to avoid the one that I usually define as a one man up, one man down dynamic. I feel that this dynamic has been playing out in this connection, and this can be the main reason that can prevent the situation from the opportunity to develop into a more stable romantic partnership. In this particular version of the Hierophant, we see what we can consider like a yoga class, a meditation class, if not a therapy session for couples. I do not want to say that it can be necessary to go down that road, but what I will say is that it can be difficult for you to find from your person of interest a more open approach in favor of the opportunity to meet each other halfway about the future of this connection. Basically, the universe is highlighting the fact that if you like this person, you may have to give up some expectations that maybe you still nurture in your heart about the future of the connection. If the connection is not blessed with a fair give and take between the two of you, it means that there is a giver and taker dynamic at play. And I feel that you are the giver and the other person is the taker. But if they constantly take away things from you and the connection, there can be the chance to face a closing point sooner rather than later. I feel that the opportunity to pretend that everything is fine and there is no issue between the two of you is something that cannot be done. It seems to be just a matter of time before you get the chance to have a conversation with your person in order to figure out if they are willing to change their mindset about the connection. And if you find out that they are not willing to do that, it is possible that the connection can face a closing point because you can make that decision. And if you ask me for what it matters, I want to say that it can be the best possible decision for you, the one to move on. When it comes to your career, we got the Moon and the World. I feel that there can be a secret desire to change a job for you. It can be wise for you to keep it as a secret. If you resonate with a professional scenario that can see involved people that we cannot exactly define as your friends, I feel that you can fly away, you can move on from an old job, you can be metaphorically like the witch that we see flying in front of the moon. This is going to be the result of a process that you have already ignited, you have already started, when it comes to, number one, the opportunity to realize that you have outgrown this job and possibly the people involved in it. And number two, that you can have a better opportunity, a better offer available, one that can be propedeutical to your self-expansion and self-development. If we follow the word, we can think about a lot of lessons, a lot of important lessons that you mastered, you learned, and now there can be relief with the opportunity to let go of the black hat, which can be the old job, basically. It's possible that other people in your current job tried to convince you that it was wiser for you to keep this job, but it was almost a mechanism about smokescreens. It's like you did a lot for these people at work and they relied on you quite a lot, but without offering you the same type of cooperation or maybe the rewards that you deserved because of your effort. And so now the universe is basically saying to you that if you want a change, it can be time for you to manifest it. It can be time for you to manifest it, and it can be the opportunity to prove yourself that not only you have a lot to offer, but you are also able to negotiate the most ideal conditions in order to get the gratification that you want for yourself. And that's why, as soon as you sign the new contract, things can pick up the pace pretty quickly. If we look at the wind that is represented in the word card, and that is going to be the moment that can see you ready to move on, ready to fly away, and leave behind a cycle of the journey that was important for you because you grew thanks to that, but now it's time for a new beginning. The universe is basically cheering for you to manifest it as soon as possible. When it comes to your overall happiness, we got the Lovers in reverse and the Empress. It's an interesting combination of major arcana. The Lovers in reverse seems to be about the fact that someone doesn't want to make a choice, but the choice that is procrastinated seems to be an important one for a connection. Now, it seems to be about the opportunity to move a romantic connection forward because of the fact that the Empress not only is an energy about growth and expansion, but in this case, we clearly see that she is pregnant, and this can be a factor, a decisive factor, when it comes to the future of this connection. It can be a desire, but it is possible that someone is not in alignment with that type of important step for a romantic connection. You will have to decide if it is possible for you to be patient when it comes to the connection as it is, because if the answer is a negative one, the natural consequence for that realization can be the necessity to consider the opportunity to drop the connection. Now, I am leaning towards the fact that you are the one that wants the development for this romantic situation, but you are basically facing a meaningful resistance coming from your personal interests. If that's true, you can almost say that they are the one unavailable to make a decision in favor of your connection, and at some point you will have to draw a line in the sand in order to decide what you want to do about the situation. I am leaning towards the fact that there can be the opportunity for you to consider a different direction if you realize that your person is not sold on the idea that it can be time for the two of you to bring this connection to the highest level. The universe can even try to encourage you to make a decision sooner rather than later, because the status quo can also run the risk to become a stagnant situation. I also want to say really quickly that for others of you, maybe it's the other person, your person, the one that wants that development. For some reason, you do not feel it, and if you ask me, if you do not feel it, you cannot fake it. It's your right to make a decision that is not necessarily in favor of the opportunity to move this connection forward, but if you already have that type of clarity, do not procrastinate your decision, make it, inform your person about your perspective when it comes to the connection, and if you realize that the two of you cannot honor the Empress energy together, if we think about the opportunity to nurture this connection in order for it to be a pillar in your life for the foreseeable future, it's okay to part ways, if you ask me. Sometimes it happens, it is better to do that, it is better to be honest with each other rather than fueling a cycle of misunderstandings and incomprehensions that can even bring to the table fights, arguments, and resentment. This is something that, if you ask me, we should try our best to avoid, and the universe is kind of suggesting that you have to pay attention to that nuance of this connection. Alright Capricorn, this is what I have for you in this mini tarot reading, and I hope we get to chat again soon. Bye! Alright Aquarius, let's ask the tarot what the universe wants you to know right now. Let's see what we can get for you. And we are ready. So we got the Page of Pentacles in reverse and the Four of Pentacles in reverse. We got the Three of Pentacles in reverse and the Knight of Swords. We got the King of Cups in reverse and the Eight of Pentacles. Alright Aquarius, in love. Page of Pentacles in reverse and the Four of Pentacles in reverse. The universe wants you to know that it is time for you to make a choice in order to release a situation that has become stagnant for you. It's possible that you have been dealing with a person of interest that was not truly available to meet you halfway if we think about the best possible development for your connection. I feel that you have been sitting on a decision, which is a factor not only because of the kid that is sitting on top of the box in the Four of Pentacles, but also because of the coin flip that is represented in this version of the Page of Pentacles, which is a due diligence for me. So it's like you kinda bought some time about the opportunity to figure out your person of interest, but now it's like you are tired and you can realize that a door in favor of the development of this connection is shut because your person is not willing to open it. And as a consequence, you can consider the window that we see in the Four of Pentacles as a way out, as an exit strategy in order to move on from the connection. Because the mindset that you have seen coming from your person is one extremely limited and unwilling to learn new ways to allow your connection to thrive, be positive, be successful in the long run. If we pay attention to the map that we see in the Page of Pentacles, we can say that the two of you were not really headed in the same direction. You kinda accepted the fact that your person was tagging along for a while, but now there can be a realization that this person has been holding you back, and the universe wants to highlight that. You cannot allow that to happen anymore. I feel that if the Four of Pentacles usually is a closed off energy, the fact that we got the card in reverse describes the opportunity for you to open up in order to lay down all the cards on the table, in order for your person of interest to understand that you are not willing to wait for them to wake up anymore. The time for the connection has already expired, basically. Because it is possible that now you have several evidences that can back up the realization about the fact that you and your person of interest are not in sync. You are not aligned if we think about the best possible development of this connection. And the fact that you can decide to give the connection more time can almost mean that you are going to settle for a situation that is not cool with you at heart. You can cut your losses, basically, about this connection, and the universe kinda encourages you to go down that road, because it can be the best possible one for you. When it comes to your career, we got the Three of Pentacles in reverse and the Knight of Swords. Fights and arguments at work for some of you. For one simple reason, there is no cooperation with those around you. They can be co-workers, colleagues, professional partners, according to the fact that you can work for yourself or you can be employed. The Three of Pentacles is the energy that can allow us to build strong foundations for a situation to stand the test of time. But the main point for me in a scenario like this one is that the universe wants you to pay attention to the interactions around you at work, because if you realize that there is no willingness from the people around you to learn from what you may have to say, for example, as a positive learning curve, this is a problem, because every interaction can suffer from this pattern, and it seems that this can be a situation challenged by tricky characters, a lot of ego, and multiple misunderstandings that can be fueled by triggers that are ignited behind the back of the people involved in the situation. So there is no team effort in this situation. That being said, there is a window in the Three of Pentacles, and I feel that there can be a desire for you to look for an alternative, because you can be fed up with the dynamic full of words, full of conflicts that you have had to experience and endure in the recent past. I feel that there is no real space for improvements in a situation like this one. We are talking about challenging coworkers or professional partners that want an edge over you all the time, and this can become a torture. So the universe is suggesting to you that if you do not like the overall alchemy of the situation that you have been experiencing at work, it can be time for you to look for an alternative. At the same time, I want to say that it's okay for you to speak up for yourself, but trying your best to avoid to fall for the arguments that can be ignited by the people around you. It's like you may have to set some different boundaries in order to allow you to survive in this professional endeavor until the moment that can set you free from this situation comes. If you focus your attention on the process that can allow you to look for alternatives, I feel that you can quickly find a better situation for you. And as soon as you set that process in motion, you will also find a quick way out from this challenging professional situation. And this should be an encouraging thought for you. When it comes to your overall happiness, we got the King of Cups in reverse and the Eight of Pentacles. This one seems to be a situation about a romantic connection for some of you. For others of you, it can be a professional situation. The point is this one. If we think about a romantic connection, the universe wants you to pay attention to the interaction with the other person, because it is possible that the two of you tried to work for this connection to be successful, but for some reason, the emotional maturity involved in the exchange between the two of you is not properly matched. It's like someone is invested in this connection more than the other person. And this is a problem, because in the long run, the alchemy of the connection is not going to work. So it's possible that some of you have already started to notice something that is off in a connection with maybe a new person. This can be a fairly young connection. And if you realize that this person is not sold on the idea that it is necessary to cooperate together for the best possible interest of a romantic situation, you can lose interest as well for the connection. And that's why you can be the one that makes the final decision about the connection, because it's almost as if you can realize that you are working for nothing and you do not want to waste your time and energies for a connection that maybe doesn't really represent a source of satisfaction for you. If that is going to be your decision, the other person will have to accept it whether they like it or not. If we think about a professional situation instead, It's possible that you have been granting a lot of effort and attention in favor of some tasks and duties involved in the process, but at the same time, it's possible that because of the King of Cups in reverse, you are not really passionate about the situation. You do not like it, you do not feel it, you are not enthusiastic about that, and it has almost been just a routine for you. And maybe you were cool with that for a while, now things can change, and the universe is basically offering you a reminder about the necessity for you to realize if a situation that can be kind of demanding for you because you have been showing up and you have been putting a lot of effort in favor of this situation, if that doesn't represent a real opportunity for you to amplify your inner happiness, maybe it would be wiser for you to look for something else, something different, something more rewarding for you. And this is going to be a decision that will start from within for you. I feel that you know what you want, and this is a good starting point. But despite your positive mindset, because you are not afraid to show up, if you realize that you are not fond of the situation, if you do not like what you are doing, it can be truly time for you to look for an alternative that can allow you to put yourself in the best possible position, not only to display your talents in order for them to be seen and rewarded, but also to say to yourself that you are satisfied with your daily routine because you are doing something that you are genuinely passionate about. Alright, Aquarius, this is what I have for you in this mini tarot reading, and I hope we get to chat again soon. Bye! Alright, Pisces, let's ask the tarot what the universe wants you to know right now. Let's see what we can get for you. And we are ready. So we got the Two of Wands and the Ten of Swords in reverse. We got the Knight of Pentacles in reverse and the Three of Swords in reverse. We got the Five of Pentacles in reverse and the Ten of Wands in reverse. Transitions for you, Pisces, in the three scenarios that are involved in this reading. So in love, a crossroads is coming up. Two of Wands, soulful decision for me in order to do what? In order to leave behind a troubled and challenging romantic connection. Ten of Swords in reverse, which is positive because for me it's the opportunity to release a tough cycle of the journey. You have been thinking about this decision. You kinda waited. Now the universe wants you to know that if you want out from a situation that is not good for you, it's okay for you to manifest that progression. I feel that some of you had to overcome a lot when it comes to this situation. The word that we see in the Two of Wands seems to be a major factor. The cycle is over. You learned a lot of lessons the hard way. So now, not only you are stronger, but you are also wiser and more aware of the alchemy that the connection constantly brought to the table. It's not possible to say that this has been a positive situation. The connection took a toll on you in many different ways, and you had to endure a lot of nonsense coming from the other person, someone that, if we look at the figure running away with the red cloak, someone that was never available to take responsibilities for their actions. It was always someone else's fault. This time, it seems that you are willing to take full responsibility for the decision to end the connection. It's like you cannot consider the connection as a source of stability in your life. Instead, you can consider it like a factor that can undermine your roots. And there is no growth available for this connection if we look at the tree in the Ten of Swords, which seems to be dead. This connection was a major challenge for you, but you will get the opportunity to get back on your feet, dust yourself off, and bounce back stronger than before. This is an encouraging thought, if you ask me. The universe wants to tell you that you have the power to make the best possible decision for you. It's time for you to make it. Don't wait. Make your decision now. If you have to end the connection, end it. Then move on without looking back, and you will embrace a new day, a new dawn, moving forward, that can be way better for you than the chapter that finally can find a closing point. When it comes to your career, we got the Knight of Pentacles in reverse and the Three of Swords in reverse. So, some good news and some less good news, let's say. It's possible that a promotion is not going to land in your favor. It's possible that a deal that you have been working on can be postponed. It's possible that a decision, a verdict, a feedback is not going to go in your favor. I say that because of the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. If we think about the Knight of Pentacles, it can be a major offer. The Knight can be the bearer of the Ace. We know that the energy is a slow one. And maybe you kind of waited to receive some news about a project that has seen you involved at work. I feel that the feedback, unfortunately, may not go in your favor this time. The Three of Swords in reverse is encouraging. So it is possible that some of you can accept the outcome, the decision, the feedback, and quickly move on from it. But I want to say that if we think about a promotion, some type of decision that is not going to smile in your favor, or maybe the fact that you can ask for a raise and someone else is not willing to grant it in your favor, that type of development can convince you to look for an alternative to your current job. And this can be true whether you work for yourself or you are employed. I say that because we see a journal in the Three of Swords, so we can think about memories and experiences that you collected, gathered along this professional chapter of yours. And it is possible that you can accept the fact that you cannot achieve your goal in this position, but because of that, you want to find a new job. And if that's the case, the universe seems to encourage that type of strategy because it can allow you to release the heavy energy that the Three of Swords still represents. This can be almost a blessing in disguise. I am not trying to sugarcoat the situation or the pill, but the fact that you can get a no for an answer when it comes to your current professional situation can ignite a process that can allow you to quickly move on from this cycle in order to find something better for you down the road. And this should be an encouraging thought. I also want to say that as soon as the feedback comes to you, the situation can pick up the pace pretty soon, pretty quickly, because you will make that decision. You will start to focus your attention on the opportunity to find an alternative. And I want to say that the odds can be in your favor when it comes to that endeavor. So, as the saying goes, when a door closes, another one opens. And this can be still for the better for you. When it comes to your overall happiness, we got the Five of Pentacles in reverse and the Ten of Wands in reverse, we have another transition, even in this scenario. The Ten of Wands in reverse is basically the opportunity to drop all the burdens that have been carried on for quite some time. For me, the Ten of Wands is usually the last mile of a challenging situation. I feel that this can be true for a romantic connection, but it can also be true for a professional situation. By the way, this scenario can be linked to the previous one because it can be the opportunity to let go of a situation that didn't have what it takes to offer in our favor the most satisfying rewards according to the effort that we put in favor of tasks and duties that we were assigned to. The Five of Pentacles in reverse is another positive energy if we think about the opportunity to speak up for ourselves, make a decision about a situation that was not enough for us in order to move on from it. So if this is a romantic connection, you got your clarity about the fact that the situation was kinda too small according to your expectations, maybe misunderstandings, maybe the realization that you and the other person were not on the same page. There can be a conversation, so there can be the opportunity to have an important talk with the other person, but the decision can be the one to drop the connection. The universe seems to encourage you to make that decision if you want to manifest the chance to amplify your inner happiness moving forward. The same thing we can say about a professional situation. Maybe it was not rewarding enough for you if we think about money, and it didn't allow you to nurture, to build stronger foundations in favor of your stability, and this can be more than enough for you to drop the situation. Of course, this should not be a reckless sequence of events. You will have to prepare yourself, you will have to look for an alternative and get it ready before you drop the old situation, but we are going there. We are going there, and this can be a source of relief for you. I also want to say that if we pay attention to the orange cat in the Ten of Wands, it's kind of whispering in the ear of the figure, and I feel that your intuition has done the same thing in your favor in the recent past. There has been a situation, a romantic one or a professional one, that cannot be considered like a positive one for you. A lot of effort was granted in favor of it, but the rewards were not there. They are not there. And for this reason, it can be time for you to end the chapter in order to embrace a new beginning in favor of something completely new, completely different, that can be way better for you moving forward. Alright Pisces, this is what I have for you in this mini tarot reading, and I hope we get to chat again soon. Bye!